comments yesterday that women who receive illegal abortions should be punished. We started a conversation across the country, including in the pro-life community. Here to talk about the controversy's meaning and its impact, President and CEO of Concerned Women for America, a Cruz supporter, Nance, who's in our Washington bureau, and here with us in Wisconsin, Chelsea Shields, the Legislative and PAC Director for Wisconsin Right to Life. She's recently endorsed Ted Cruz as well. Ladies, thank you both for joining us. Start with you here in Wisconsin. Do you have a sense of how Donald Trump's comments will play with the pro-life community in this state?
We've had a lot of concerns, and so this is why we're so excited to support Senator Cruz. You know, Wisconsin Right to Life, we looked at his record, we looked at the polling numbers, and we saw he is the best pro-life candidate for us, the best chance of winning the Republican nomination, the best chance of winning the presidency, the best candidate for pro-lifers to win and start putting the changes that we want into effect.
So that didn't answer my question, though, about Donald Trump's comments and whether you think those will have an impact on voters between now and the primary.
I mean, I think it will have an impact.
Why?
It's been very concerning for us because the entire pro-life community, we know that we stand by women who have had abortions. In fact, some of our best advocates have been post-abortive women. And we advocate for hope and healing after abortion rather than punishment, which is unthinkable.
Penny, I want to just ask you, when you heard what Donald Trump said yesterday, it's Chris Matthews, and took it all and read it through, and then read through his clarifications, his two clarifications afterwards. Just what was the sum total of your assessment of what was going on with him there, and what troubled you about it?
Well, once I picked my jaw off the floor after I heard his original comments and I looked through the rest of it, I concluded that this is indicative of his overall misunderstanding and maybe even lack of care about the abortion issue. He does not understand the people that he's trying to win their votes. He doesn't understand. Alice Paul said that abortion was the ultimate exploitation of women. And the pro-life community believes that. We believe these are hurting, broken women. And as women of faith, we truly believe in redemption, and we want to love and help them. He doesn't understand that, and so it's deeply troubling. He tried to clean it up, but it's really sad to me that I think he's a cynic. I think he was appealing to what he thought we believed, but it bit him this time because he doesn't understand us at all.
And Nance, let me stay with you and ask you about this concept. Again, an emotional issue for anybody who thinks about it. This notion of women being a victim. Who are they the victim of? Aren't they the ones who got pregnant, perhaps in an irresponsible way, and then choose to have an abortion? Who's victimizing them?
It's been said before, women don't choose an abortion like they choose an ice cream cone or they want a Porsche. It's like an animal chewing its leg off in a trap. And often these women are preyed on by big abortion, by Planned Parenthood, by political people that have political reasons, and men who walk away from them. And so we need to come alongside them, love them, give their opportunities to make other choices, better choices, and help them to understand. Unfortunately, when you walk into a government-funded Planned Parenthood clinic as a pregnant woman, 98% of the time you're going to leave without a baby because you're told that's your only choice. We're saying cut Planned Parenthood's funding, give the money instead to the 13,000 pregnancy care centers and community health centers who can care for the whole woman and give them other options.
Chelsea, how do you evaluate, there are people who change their minds about abortion over the course of their lives, right? They start out pro-life and they end up pro-choice, or vice versa. In Donald Trump's case, he's one of those who at least ostensibly has changed his mind, having been pro-choice for a long time, including being in favor of partial birth abortion, I believe, or accepting of it. How do you evaluate when someone's making a genuine conversion and when someone's doing it for purely political, cynical reasons?
Well, we always welcome converts to our cause who, understand the truth about abortion. But what's given us pause is when we see that back and forth between the pro-life position and positions that traditionally have been pro-choice or pro-abortion. And so when we hear these insensitive comments about women who have had abortions, or when we hear comments saying that Planned Parenthood does good things, even though they still stand by the dismemberment of unborn children, that gives us pause, because we don't believe that Planned Parenthood, any of the good things that they can do, can overcome the fact that every day unborn children are dismembered in their facilities. So hearing comments like that worries pro-lifers.
But you have no doubt in your mind that Trump's current your sense is that Trump's current posture is just made up.
It gives us a lot of doubts. You know, we want to believe his statements because we want people to come to our side. But we just don't know if it's genuine right now, and we want to stand behind somebody who has that proven record on our issue.
Eddie Nance, can you understand the support of someone like Sarah Palin, who's been so supportive of the pro-life movement, including here in Wisconsin, supporting Donald Trump?
Well, everyone has to choose for themselves. And let me say, only God sees Donald Trump's heart, clearly. But my problem's with the fact that even if he is sincere, he hasn't taken the time to understand the issues at stake. He said that he thinks a great Supreme Court justice would be his sister, who tried to strike down the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act in New Jersey. He has not taken the time to understand who we are, what the issues are, and why we care, and why we think what we do. And so, yeah, listen, I have all due respect for and others who come to a different conclusion, but for me, I believe, just like Chelsea, that Ted Cruz is the better candidate, and as a pro-lifer, I will be supporting him.
And ask you both for a one-word answer on this, because we've got less than 30 seconds. If Donald Trump beats your candidate, Ted Cruz, for the nomination, Penny Nance, will you support him in a general election against perhaps Hillary Clinton?
Always over Hillary Clinton. Anybody's better.
Okay, Chelsea, would you support Donald Trump?
We know Hillary Clinton's record, and we know she is 100% against any restrictions on abortion.
So you'd be enthusiastically for Donald Trump if that were the two choices?
Well, we would definitely be against Hillary Clinton.
All right. Penny Nance in Washington, Chelsea Shields here in Wisconsin. Thank you both. Appreciate you for coming in.
Thank you.
And don't forget, if you're watching us now in Washington, D.C., you can listen to us now on Bloomberg 99.1 on the radio. We'll be right back with a look at how